Okay, so when you first get your machine, you're probably gonna be wondering how you put the paper in. And on either side, there's these two levers that go up and down like this. Don't mix it up with this lever, that does something else. You can see both of those levers on the side move at the same time. And you wanna have them up, then you wanna, like, towards you. Then you wanna feed the paper in. Kind of like feel it stop after some resistance. Then you flip the lever back on either side. Then turn the knob towards you, and you want to kind of push down this little like thin metal sheet as it goes through. Like this little metal sheet that's running the length of the whole machine. That way the paper goes underneath these kind of thin metal parts on the top. See, it made it underneath on that side. Looks like it's good on the other side too. And now on the middle, it'll kind of scrunch up unless you push it down there. There, now it's good. Just push it over, go back. As you probably know, these two knobs on each side are to move the paper forward, in, and out. And now there's a lot of controls on the side here, so I'm just gonna go over all of them. So we already talked about this. That's the paper release. There's this button down here, this little metal one. You kind of want to hold the knob while pushing that button, and just keep holding the button, and then you can manually move the carriage back. And so that's like your carriage release right there. And what this other lever does is it moves this little roller off the gear right there. So it gets rid of the clickiness. So right now it's going one line at a time. Right now it's completely moving freely. And as you can see, it goes one line at a time. But if I pull this little lever forward, there's like these little numbers down under the gear here. You'll be able to see it if you look down there, but you can change the spacing with that. So right now I have it set to 2. Moves 2 lines at a time. 3. And it should move 3 lines at a time now. Oh no, it's not when you move this. It will move 2 or 3 lines at a time when you push it to the new line. There, see, now that it advanced 3. Then this little knob all in the back adjusts the spring tension for the carriage, and you really do not want to mess with that unless it's not advancing correctly, like it's skipping characters, or it's typing characters over other characters. If it's working fine, just don't touch that. On this, let's set this back to single spacing. On this side, you have your backspace. You want to push this down all the way for it to work. You have this thing which sets your margin. If you notice, it does the same thing as pressing down left. So it sets the margin on the left side. You just push this down and pull it forward or push it back away from you. There's the paper release I talked about in the very beginning. I believe that's everything on this side. So the right and the left, these are like your margin releases for right and left. And why you need that is because if I'm typing, hear the bells and towards the end, and now I'm stuck. So if I want to type a little bit more, I can hold right, and then I can type a little bit more. So that releases the right margin. And when you go to the next line, you just want to keep pushing down this left knob and keep pushing it, and you'll feel resistance right here. It'll click automatically to the next line. So just push that all the way. And now at the keyboard, this little lever right here just reverses the direction on the ribbons. And you can even see the way it works on the bottom. It's pretty cool. There's like these two gears here and here, and all this does is move a seesaw down here with worm gears on each side to make contact with a different gear. So it only engages one at a time. And this is the Oliver 5. Wait, I think the Oliver 5 and older had this little lever down here for changing the ribbon direction. The 9 and above have these buttons on the sides here and the other side here that will change the ribbon direction. And this tab key here, like on other typewriters, just moves it to wherever you set the tabs to. This is your caps key, which is like your shift key on your computer. This little lever right here is like caps lock on a computer. This is your figures key. It goes to all the alternate symbols and all the numbers on the keyboard, and there's also that same lever also can lock the figure key. And I believe that covers about all the controls. The only thing I missed is, I mentioned this button releases the carriage. There's also another little tiny lever right here. That one also releases the carriage, so you can release the carriage from either side. That's pretty much it. How to use an Oliver.